Lovely, that's looking good. Yes, the transcript works. It's capturing my inane banter. That's always a good thing to see. Welcome to everybody who's joining us. Oh, hello, lovely Ruth. Nice to see you in a different context.
Thank you for calling me lovely. That's very good for a Friday. I'll take
you
that.
are lovely. I've full of compliments today for everybody.
You are.
So I know. It's extraordinary, isn't it? So hope we're all feeling good. We should be having some more people join us any moment now. Oh, and lovely Anne as well. Hello. The mindfulness crew are here. Yes,
Yay.
let's do this. Good morning to us all. Thank you for joining. It's Friday. It's midday. What a better way to spend our time than doing some well-being support and looking after ourselves. So thank you for taking this time to join us. We will begin in a moment.
Yes, our numbers are climbing rapidly, and I do think that there's actually some people who attended on the session that we did. Was it on Wednesday? Was it Wednesday?
It was Wednesday.
Yeah,
it was.
Have said that they're coming back again today, even though we're doing the same thing again. So that is surely a testament to the power of Paul and your well-being skills and communication skills. You're drawing people back, repeat audiences, eh?
I think maybe what we should do then with that in mind is we should do these every week. I think that's, let's put them in for every week. Thank you to everybody who's joining. As you can see on the screen, it's the Northern Lights. That was a photo that was taken last Friday. That week's gone quickly. Feels like it for me anyway. We can see one of the lovely Anthony Gormley sculptures there in the foreground, Formby Beach in just north of Liverpool. So you may have experienced the aurora on Friday. You may have slept through it. They even appeared for me in northeast London. But if you missed them, I'm wearing a t-shirt today which I feel reflects the colours and the vibrancy of the Northern Lights. So please feel free to enjoy my garish t-shirt. Thank you to all of you for joining. This is a special wellbeing session that we're having this week in Mental Health Awareness Week. I'm Paul Webster. As on top of my day job, I offer wellbeing and mindfulness support in Pearson, and joining me today is the delightful Lisa Wren, who looks after the mindfulness across Pearson. So over to you, Lisa.
Hi, thanks, Paul. And yes, so I'm Lisa. For those of you who don't know me, I work in ELL. I also have a day job. Paul and I both volunteer in this space. So I'm the global mindfulness lead for Pearson, and I also sit on Pearson's wellbeing exec. And just a big up for Paul, who runs these sessions every month. And if you are interested in joining them every month, please do let us know. So if this is the first time you're experiencing one of these sessions, you are in for a treat. It's very light-hearted, it's very useful. There is a serious message behind it, but it's great fun. So just relax and enjoy. And as we begin, I'm going to ask you to do something for me. So we've got 122 people on the call so far and climbing. I would like you to put into the chat a single word that expresses how you're doing right now, how you're feeling. So maybe something to do with your energy level, your mood, maybe your physical state, your mental state. And let's have a look at what we get in the chat. Don't overthink it. Just have a quick check-in with yourself. Lots of tides and sleep. Well, it is Friday. You're allowed. You've had a busy week. Tense, overwhelmed, sunny, coldy, happy. Look at all. And if we just cast your eyes on the chat, just have a look at all these different mental and physical states that we are embodying today as a team. lots of different things. There was an amazing there and a relaxed and a tired, lots of tires, lots of overwhelms. Okay. And you know what? There isn't a single word in this growing list of states that we can't relate to, right? Everybody can relate to these. So we're human beings, and we go through lots of different ups and downs with our mood and our energy level. And all we're saying to you today is recognize it. And there's a question that I'll ask you, and you don't have to answer this in the chat if you don't want to, but the question is, how often do you do what we've just done? How often do you just have a quick check-in with yourself to see how you're feeling? And probably for most of us, it's not very often or even ever. And it's great just to take the weather pattern of how we're doing, just to see how we are, because from there, we can make decisions about what we do next, about any self-care that we might need, how we focus our energy, what we agree to take on, what we say no to. It's a great starting point for looking after our mental and our physical health. Yeah, so Yolanda said not often enough. Absolutely. We just jump into the day, don't we? We jump into whatever is facing us and whatever we have to get onto. We just assume that what we have and what we can bring is going to be suitable for the task at hand. But it's a great opportunity, even once in the morning, just to check in with ourselves. So there's an invitation for you to take that away as something that you do regularly. Okay, Paul, I'm going to hand over to you because there's loads of good stuff that we've got to get through today. So here we go.
Thank you, Lisa. Really interesting to hear all of those views and perspectives. We're going to be here for the next 15 minutes. It might run over a little bit. If you need to leave, you need to go. There's a recording that will happen as well that you can have a listen to afterwards. This is our time. If you want to switch off everything else now, if you want to move your phone away, if you want to turn off your other screen, if you just want to give yourself this time, please do so. It could be the only time that you get today to do this. So with that in mind, we'd like to share something with you. This is the Action for Happiness calendar. And this is a wonderful thing which is released every month. Action for Happiness are a charity. The mission is to help people create a happier world with a culture that prioritizes happiness and kindness. And each month they have a theme. This month is Meaningful May. And today's suggestion is to find a way to make what you do today meaningful. Now, finding the positive in what we do is a way to do this. Considering the bigger picture of what we are doing, whether this is at work, whether this is in our home lives and our personal lives, and who will benefit and what will benefit from our efforts. It might be that we're just being kind. We're just doing things for others. We're just thinking about how other people might react to what we're doing and how they might receive what we're doing. And just by being kind, it can be really beneficial to us, to us ourselves, through the release of chemicals like oxytocin and serotonin in our bodies, but also it can be incredibly useful to others as well. A little tiny change in our behavior where we are looking out for others can make such an impact to someone's moment or day in terms of how they receive things. So it may be that we're doing things today as part of our job that we can take some pride in and we can be happy with what we're doing. It may be something that we do for our family or our friends, or even for ourselves later on. Make ourselves a nice meal, anything we want, anything that we can see as being meaningful. We might also consider, what else can we do? Well, how can we make a positive impact today? Can we do something locally? There's lots of things that we might want to consider, and sometimes a small act could contribute in a big way to improving our own lives and the lives of others too. So it's Mental Health Awareness Week in the UK, and the theme this year is movement and moving more for our mental health. Movement is important for our mental health. It can increase our energy, it can reduce stress and anxiety, and it can boost our self-esteem. When life is busy, and we know how busy it can be working for Pearson, it can be very tricky to find time for well-being boosting activities. And it's really easy for us to sit for hours in one position doing our jobs. We can jump from emails to projects to meetings with hardly any physical activity. So what we'd like to do is just share some ideas of how we might integrate movement into each moment and our working day. So the first thing to consider is why not try standing for meetings and phone calls? And it might feel a little bit odd to do this, but go with it. And you might even encourage people to do the same. You know where this is going. So for phone calls, maybe you could try pacing round your space, because walking and talking go well together. And according to neuroscientist Shane O'Mara, moving sharpens our senses and sets off theta brainwaves that assist with learning and memory. So we'd like to suggest that you take a break from sitting. And to do that, it might be that you remind yourself you could set a timer to have regular breaks. And that could be about just standing up, walking around, doing some stretches. You could even put 5 minutes into as a 5-minute meeting into your calendar. So why don't we just do this now? Why don't we just stand now? If you want to, you don't have to. If you're very comfortable sat where you are, that's absolutely fine. But if you want to stand, let's do it. You can see my t-shirt in its full glory and also my ridiculous shorts as well. I've really made an effort today to capture that Northern Light spirit. And if we are stood, it's an invitation for you to have your feet shoulder width apart and allow a softness in your knees. And what we're going to do is we're just going to do some very simple stretching exercises. And it's always nice to have some kind of reason or purpose, like a visualization to do this. So imagine above you, you've got some low-hanging branches with some delicious fruit. Choose your fruit, could be apple, could be bananas, whatever it would be. And what we're going to do with our left arm, first of all, is we are going to slowly and gently just move our arm up. Just allow the arm to raise to the side. There's no rush to do this. And we're going to reach up to get the fruit. And if you want to lift your right heel as you do this to give yourself a little bit more of a stretch, there we go. You do as much or as little stretching as you like with this. Grab the fruit, and now slowly and gently, looking at the imaginary fruit, we're going to lower that to our sides. Just noticing how this feels in the body, noticing what we're doing, noticing what we're thinking as we do this. Right, we've got one fruit beside us. Let's go with the right hand now and let's reach up. Again, there's no rush for this. Notice if you are feeling a bit impatient about wanting to get that fruit and get it in your gob. And again, you might want to lift the left heel. Oh, I had a little click there. I don't know whether you heard that. That just shows I need to do a bit more movement today. We've got the fruit. The heel is down. The fruit is returning. Nice and gently. I'm looking at my hand as I lower this. And noticing that stretch that I just did. Now we're just going to have a look at our fruit and we're just going to put them on the table and desk in front of us, and we can eat those later as a nice healthy snack. Let's just give ourselves a little shoulder shake, just allow a sense of all that tension we might be holding in the body to just be released. Feel free to give yourself a nice little tap. Tap down the body, tap down the legs. You can stroke down. Notice how that feels. Oh, lovely. And then just putting our arms out in front of us. And with our hands, we're just going to do some exploding stars to get those fingers moving, to get the blood circulating if we've been working all morning. And then we're going to do some nice windscreen wipers, let's call them. just from left to right, and some wrist rotations. For those who are sat down, you're very welcome to do this. And then we'll go the opposite way. And again, just notice, are you rushing? Are you sensing yourself in the body? What's going on for you right now? Lovely. And then we'll put the arms by the side and just center ourselves. Again, this is one you can do if you're sat down. Just going to raise the shoulders up to the ears. And then we're going to just move them backwards, bringing the shoulder blades together and rolling the shoulders down and round. Notice our breathing as we do this, and then roll them up to come to the top. And then we're going to roll them round, all the way round, 360 degrees. Notice what's going on in the body, up to the top. And then when we get there, we're going to roll the other way and all the way round. Just noticing what's going on. Notice if your knees are locked, just noticing what's going on in the body. And then we're going to allow the shoulders to drop. And in our own time, we're going to come back to seated position. Lovely. Well done, everyone. For those who participated then, I hope that was of some use to you. I'm just going to have a drink of water. And drinking lots of water is a really good thing for us to do. We should be having at least 2 litres of water a day, especially if we want to keep kidney stones at bay. As I've given birth to 4 kidney stones, I can testify that it's a really horrible thing and you don't want to do it. So drink lots of water. A well-hydrated lifestyle will also keep us moving, not only to the sink or to the fridge to get refills, but also with trips to the loo. So let's get guzzling, everyone. If you are sitting for a long time, it might be that you're feeling tension in your shoulders and in your neck. And I'd like to share now a couple of isometric exercises. These don't involve movement or contracting muscles, and they can ease a stiff neck better than stretching. So if you want to try this, you can join in with me now, taking your right hand and putting it against the side of your head above your ear. And then try to push your head as hard as you can into your hand. Now, what you'll find is that your head isn't moving, but you're making your neck muscles work hard. So here, okay? We're just going to do this for about 20 seconds. Really push it in. And then take the hand away. And just notice that sensation in the neck and in the body and in the shoulders. Now let's do the other side, taking the left hand, put into just above the left ear. And again, we're going to do the same. We're going to push in with our head into the hand. See how that feels. Again, doing that for about 20 seconds. Delightful. And then we're going to stop and we're going to put the hand down and just notice, just allow the shoulders to relax in this position. We can also do this to the front and the back as well, but I'll leave you to experiment with that on your own. This is another little one for you to do, which is about imagining that on the end of your nose, you've got a paintbrush. So if you want to close your eyes to do this, it's quite a nice thing, and we're not doing anything experimental. What we're going to do is we're just going to paint a horizontal line towards our left shoulder. So we're painting across with our nose brush. Hopefully you like this concept of a brush on the end of your nose. So you turning your head to your left shoulder, and now slowly and gently we're moving it back to face the center. And then again, slowly and gently turning the nose brush and the head towards the right shoulder. And then we're going to return to the center. And if you want to begin to just do very little gentle swirls with your nose brush, like you're doing a miniature Van Gogh Starry, Starry Night on an imaginary canvas in front of you, this is to ease any tension that you might have in your neck. So the movement should be nice and gentle and soft. And once you finish your painting, if you just want to do a little signature with your nose brush in the bottom right hand corner of your painting, and then lovely. Painting done. Can't wait to see them. Well done, everyone. Circling your feet is really good because after we've sat down for 90 minutes, the blood circulation behind the knees is halved. So getting up and walking about is brilliant, but if you are going from meeting to meeting, circle your feet. Let's do this now. It's really good. It's good. It does wonders for your foot and ankle strength and flexibility. So both feet on the floor. And then if you raise the left foot just an inch or so off the floor, and then gentle circles from the ankle 3 times in a clockwise direction, and then stop. And then we're going to go the opposite way, 3 ways in anti-clockwise, delightful. And then we lower that foot and then lift in the right. So notice what else is going on in the body, how you have to compensate with your movements. We're going to do 3 circles clockwise, and then we're going to do 3 the other way. Lovely. Put that foot down. Notice how we feel. And whilst you're noticing how we feel, think about when you're next going to have a cup of tea or coffee or hot drink. And the invitation is for you to have a dance while you do it. It takes about 3 minutes to boil a kettle. The average pop song is about 3 minutes. It's a high reward habit to get into. You're doing lots for your lower body, for your core, strengthens your tendons, burn calories. I find when I do a lot of sitting and my shoulders can get tense, so I like to dance like a demon. It can really sort me out, and I like to bring to mind my favorite dancers. So Kate Bush, Sia Chandelier video, MC Hammer, Can't Touch This. You know, there are so many wonderful dance routines and ways of doing it. Thriller, Michael Jackson, there's so many. So if you have any suggestions of your favorite dance moves, please share them in the chat. It would be great to hear them. Whilst you're thinking of what you're going to be dancing to, this is a lovely exercise to do about helping you if you are feeling a bit slouchy when you're sat down. And it's to imagine that your head is suspended from golden thread. So it's a visualization we use a lot in meditation, and it has a ripple effect because it lifts the crown of your head. It sets your shoulders back, your chest is lifted a little. So if you want to try this now, put your feet on the floor and imagine that you've got a golden thread that runs in a straight line from your pelvis through your torso, through the neck, through the head, and out the top of your head. And you might notice that as you do this, you do have a sense of uplift. You do have a sense of balance, that your core is moved and it's opened. And you don't need to do this all the time. You can treat it like a reset. That's the idea of it. So it's nice to just get a balance. Final tip, keep things in awkward places. Put things in places where you're going to have to reach, you're going to have to move, you're going to have to get up to get it. Go and put your phone over there. Go and put the keys on top of a cupboard. Find reasons to get up and move. Now, just before we go, I wanted to share a technique with you that you can use at any time if you're feeling anxious, if you're finding the moment difficult. And this can be done at any time. This can be done when you're in a meeting even, and no one even needs to know that you're doing it. No one needs to know how you're feeling, but it could be that it just helps you. It's the 4-7-8 breathing technique. So if you want to try with me now, it won't take very long, but it can be really effective. And if you want to close your eyes while you do this, you can do, or you can continue to look at the screen or my beautiful face. It's up to you. So we're just going to breathe in through the nose or the mouth for 4, and then we're going to hold the breath for 7, and then we're going to breathe out through the mouth for 8. So let's do it. So breathing in for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold for 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and out for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And again, breathe in, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just notice how we might feel now. After that, let your breathing return to normal. No need to control it anymore. And this is really easy. It's there for you if you ever feel anxious or feel a bit wobbly. Give yourself space to calm down, find yourself, ground yourself. So I hope you found that useful. We have a Wellbeing SharePoint site. We've got recordings of meditations. We've got the monthly wellbeing sessions on there, the slides. We've got poems. We've got the calendar, and we'll share the link with you in a moment in the chat. But for now, thank you so much for giving yourselves these moments to focus on yourself and look after yourself today. An absolute pleasure to spend this time with you. Sorry we ran over. Hope it's been useful. Hope you've got lots of things to take away there. It's been absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much, and see you all again soon.
Thanks,
Enjoy your
Paul.
Fridays. Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye.
Paul. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks, Paul. Bye.
Take care. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Take care.